First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rukakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to your elect. Now, I was just kind of meditating on the scripture, and it was basically a friend in the world. Like I can't remember some time ago. He basically put something on his story, and it was basically an interactive time, and he said okay, so this and this is happening. He basically seen this guy must have thrown water on his friend, and long story short, the water ended up to Salaka. The water led to someone being knocked out. So he said, "Is this justified?" And I gave him an answer, and it was both yes and no. Because yeah, understandably, if it was raining and he's got drenched to a point where even his underwear and stuff, it's it's noticeable that's got affected as well. Yeah, it's normal for you to feel a impulsive emotion. That's anger. You're like, oh, hold on, you're feeling embarrassment. So the the, the first thing that is probably gonna pop into your head is like, listen, I can't, I can't let this guy, do this to me because I've just been embarrassed and it started raining, so it's cold and whatnot. And you may be thinking all different reasons for why you should do it, but you always need to weigh it up because there's always different ways you can deal with a situation. It often more times than not, violence, you going straight to violence, is not the best way to solve stuff. That's why even going into scripture, I believe it was Apostle Paul that said it. All things are lawful, but not expedient. Hold on. Yeah, this is First Corinthians 6:12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. And the word expedient simply means, is it morally okay? Is it morally right that I do this? Okay, I can. It's another way of saying, okay, I can do this. I may be justified in doing this, but is it really the best thing to do? Is there a different way I can really go about this? Continuing on, all things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Now jumping back, hold on. Now, actually, I may as well talk about this since it gave me the topic. So anyway, when the friend threw the wall onto the other friend, and they're supposed to be close and whatnot. So when this basically happened, it was impulsive. He just punched the guy on the temple. And any of you who may know about boxing, martial arts, or just fighting in general, that a punch to the temple can really knock a guy out and do some. If not knock him out, then he's gonna feel it. So it's like, okay, so fair enough, but if he's your friend, then of course friends joke about friends. A friend may do wrong by you, but it's not expedient that if you're claiming you're claiming someone's your bro or someone's your close friend, and a situation happens, and your first solution is to resort to violence, then you should be really asking yourself, well, how much did I really value that friend? Because I believe it's in the book of Sirach. It says, basically, roughly paraphrasing, don't boast everyone to be a friend. Let the friend prove himself. So the question is this: you may, as you get older, especially, or if you're in this truth, the more you grow, the less impulsive you should be. You should be more balanced. You should be like, okay, I know this happened. I may feel a certain way about this, but what is the best way for me to deal with this? Because that's the question you have to ask for yourself. Have to ask yourself, what's the best way for me to deal with this? Now, the best way for you to really deal with this may not may often not be the way that you want to deal with it, but you have to, you have to be able to rule your, you have to be able to rule your spirit. You have to be able to suppress that, because if if you're doing everything on impulse, then you're giving yourself over, you're giving yourself over to, your carnal side, so to speak, because you're not, you're not, you're not controlling it. You're not letting the spirit lead it. You're letting it lead the spirit, and that's not the way how it's supposed to go. So anyway, so I'm not sure after what that happened. That's a short part that you gave me. So I was thinking, okay, so these guys are supposed to be friends, and you mean to tell me they went down a list, and the thing on the top of that list was to fight? Listen, I'm not saying that friends don't fight and whatnot, but there's other ways. As you get older, there's other ways for you to deal with stuff. Now, these friends could have simply talked it out with words, because although you would have been angry, there's a part of you that there's a part of you that's like there's a part of you that's still aware to a certain degree. Now, of course, in this truth, you can't be impulsive, because if you do something impulsive, you risk the ministry being blamed. And like, for example, you act impulsive, something, uh and you go far, something get put in the news, and be like, it may generalize all of us. All of us may be put under that banner because of something that you did, and that's not a good look, and that's not something that you should want to happen. So, you know, you gotta be able to use wisdom and be like, okay, this isn't the best thing to do, so what should I do? You know, that's what it's about. You need to, in a lot of situations, you have to be able to step back and use wisdom, and not be impulsive. Because if you move on an impulse, then you're showing yourself to still be in that childlike mind, because a child acts on impulse. When you grow, as you grow, you're supposed to act older.